just said it. We put it on our website and published it on the internet, so you know it's true. Now, if that doesn't convince you, I'd like you to try one of our fresh, delicious Philly cheesesteaks and a Pennsylvania Dutch red birch beer to wash it down. So go to any of our 4 locations: downtown Salt Lake, South Jordan, American Fork, or Provo. Get directions and a full menu online at dpcheesesteaks.com. That's dpcheesesteaks.com.
I may only be coaching Little League football, but I still understand the importance of having a game plan. That's why, as a father, I take my family's health game plan seriously. Make your choice a health plan that gives you access to the experts. With 4 hospitals, 10 community clinics, and over 1,000 physicians, the University of Utah Healthcare has the right player for every position when it comes to keeping my family healthy and in the game of life.
University of Utah Healthcare. Your choice, our experts.
Statistics are surprising. Some are unbelievable, and some are simply unacceptable. Right now, nearly 30% of U.S. students aren't finishing high school. Nearly 30%. And that's the average. In many places, it's even higher than that. And fixing it is a responsibility that we all share. This is President Obama, and I urge everyone, not just parents, but friends and neighbors and family members, to take responsibility for encouraging the high school students in your communities, to support them, challenge them, push them a little, and do whatever it takes to help them make it through. Because this is one statistic we simply can't afford to ignore.
You can do your part by going to boostup.org and sending an email, a text message, or even a wake-up call to a student at risk of dropping out. Go to boostup.org and provide the boost that's needed to make it to graduation. A message from the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
Come on, hit a homer, Jesse!
Let's go, guys!
Hey, did you guys know that kids who play sports earn more money when they grow up?
Of course, I knew that.
Hey, did you guys know that kids who read books have a bigger vocabulary?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Wow, Jinx. Did you guys know that friendly children have more friends? Oh, yeah.
That's true, I knew that. Did you guys know that winter babies are better at music?
Everyone knows that.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
obvious. Oh, hey, guys, did you know that most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure I knew that. I'm pretty sure you didn't. Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right car seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/right-seat to make sure your child is protected. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Confessions of a Potentially Perfect Parent, brought to you by AdoptusKids.org.
I might talk like an adult, like a person who could possibly be a parent, but I have no idea how to talk like one. And everyone knows that if you want to be a parent, you have to sound good when you say things like, "Don't make me turn this car around," or "Because I said so," or "Don't make me come back there." I don't even really know what those things mean, but I know that I actually believed my parents when they said them to me. How did they manage to sound so convincing? Here we go. "Don't make me come back there." Ugh,
Pleased to be joined by John McClain, longtime football writer for the Houston Chronicle. And John, you have seen many talented players over the years. How would you evaluate J.J. Watt among the best defensive players you've seen?
The season he had last year, I've never seen anything like it his second year. Not just the 20 and a half sacks or 16 deflections, which was more than 2017, but he had 39 tackles for no gain or loss against the run. And teams are trying everything they can against him. They move him around, very athletic. He's great in the community. The fans love him. Unfortunately, he didn't play quarterback.
All right, you got me where I wanted to go. And statistically, Houston's offense is solid, except for the area of pick sixes thrown by Matt Schaub. You're far closer to the situation than we are. How much confidence do you think the coaching staff still has in Schaub?
They have to be worried about it, just like he has to be worried about it. He's never had an interception problem in the past. 12 last season, 15 the most successful run. He's on pace to 24. 2 of the 6 have been tipped, but 2 were terrible decisions, and then 3 in a row pick sixes. And I don't know what the odds are about him throwing 4 in a row, but had he not thrown one against Seattle, it would have beaten the Seahawks and be 3-1. 476 yards, shot through for 355 yards and 2 touchdowns, but he wasn't made one grievous error. And then there was a lot of other players that cratered down the stretch as well, but it's almost sacrilegious in Houston to point that out because everybody wants to blame Schaub. And there's one way you can get rid of those critics, of course, and that would be to bounce back on NBC and play a great game and beat the Niners.
Ken, you said for Sunday Night Football, chatting with John McClain of the Houston Chronicle. We know Andre Johnson is one of the best wideouts in all of football, but what has DeAndre Hopkins, the rookie out of Clemson, already brought this team?
He was drafted, the first receiver they drafted in the first round since Johnson in 2003, and they brought him in as the heir apparent, but also they helped in the red zone. Andre Johnson had 112 catches for 1,598 yards last year, but only 4 touchdowns, because when they got close to the goal line, opponents didn't worry about the other wideout. Right now, they've still blanketed him and Hopkins. They have only one between them, but the tight ends have 6 touchdowns, so Hopkins is very acrobatic, and he's making defenses think about the wideout besides Johnson.
Got a scoring update from Dallas. Tony Romo just threw a 2-yard touchdown pass to Dez Bryant. Extra point coming. It's about to be 7-0 Dallas on top of Denver. We'll keep you updated. John, if we presume both defenses are going to play well tonight, Northern California, what do you think this game might come down to?
Jacksonville rated Burrow for the 49ers. Last week, the 49ers snapped their 2-game losing streak, went back to running the ball with Frank Gore out running game between the tackles and Texans. And Marion Faulkner and Taylor pretty good 1-2 punch. I think it's old-fashioned football, just like it was against Seattle. You run, you try to commit turnovers. The Texans got beat because they couldn't refrain from turnovers, and that's the way it'll be tonight if they keep doing it.
John, always a pleasure. I know you're busy on a game day. Thanks so much for taking the time to join us on NBC Sports Radio.
My pleasure. Thank you.
That's the veteran John McClain getting you set for Sunday Night Football, and he laid it out well, and especially in the age of social media and sports talk radio to a degree, we all overreact to those highlights that are jarring and stand out. And for Matt Schaub, you simply cannot make the kind of egregious, on Big Word Sunday, mistakes he's been making. But if you dig deeper, the numbers are solid on the offensive side of the football for the Texans, except in that glaring category. So here is your obvious solution from the Houston point of view. Just hang on to the football. You have Arian Foster. I mentioned Ben Tate. He's a viable option on the grounds as well. Andre Johnson's been banged up throughout his career, but as we were talking about, Hopkins is a good-looking rookie. Houston's going to be just fine. But at some point, they got to get the confidence of Schaub back, and T.J. Yates is not the answer. I know it was Yates who won the playoff game a couple years ago, but Schaub is not, I don't like the term elite quarterback, a premier quarterback, but he's certainly in the middle portion of the league until he's run into this rough patch that really came out of nowhere, where you just wonder where he is mentally right now. As I mentioned, extra point was good for the Cowboys. They grabbed the quick 7-0 lead on top of the Broncos. And we're spotlighting a team in Denver that gave up that 11-play drive, allowing the Cowboys to find the end zone. That is clearly the best team in all of football. If you want to balance that out by the worst team in the NFL, and I know the Giants still looking for their first victory after they got throttled by the Eagles today, 36-21 the final score at the Meadowlands. The Jags are in a different category of bad. You know, I'm trying to come up with more creative adjectives like abysmal and unwatchable, describing what Jacksonville's putting out on the field. And they got even more bad news. Impossible. Lost the game in St. Louis. Rams won it 34-20. Blaine Gabbert left with a hamstring injury, but Chad Henne wasn't any good either under center. But in terms of at least having a degree of confidence in the future of the franchise, I thought they made the right decision in building things up front in the draft, using that number 2 overall pick to take Luke Jokel, offensive tackle out of Texas A&M. Well, he broke his ankle today. He's been lost for the rest of the year. So it's just getting more dire and ghastly. You know, we use all those ridiculous cliches about train wreck, or, you know, you're driving down the freeway and you have to look over what's gone on. Some guy has, run over a deer or something. I can't even describe just how hideous this Jacksonville football team is. So I guess the good news, if you want to spin things forward, every week we can continue to death watch, can Jacksonville match what the Lions did a few years ago and become the second team in the history of the NFL to run the table in reverse, go 0-16, because while the Giants are bad, they're going to win eventually. And as you know, there's 2 other teams still looking for their first victories of the year. Tampa Bay and Pittsburgh.
Now, whoa! There we go.
Got a bye. But at some point, they'll win a game or 2 as well. I don't know if Jacksonville is going to win a game. In fact, let's play the scheduled game together as I quickly pull up what lies ahead for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Now 0-5 to start the year. Now remember, last year they only won 2 games. So it's not like there's been an abundance of riches, and I'm glad I pulled up the schedule. Now what's coming up for the Jacksonville Jaguars? A trip to Denver next week, followed by San Diego, who's playing well this year, followed by San Francisco. There's another loss. The bye week, I'm sure they'll gather a lot of momentum that week. On the road to Tennessee, Titans much better on defense. Home for Arizona, should lose that game. At Houston, they'll lose. Here's their win. All right, I just found it. December 1st, on the road to Cleveland. Now, if Brian Hoyer had remained healthy, and he was moving that team slowly in the right direction, but as you know, on Thursday Night Football, he went down with the ACL tear against Buffalo. So it's Brandon Whedon who's terrible again. And after that, Houston, Buffalo, Tennessee, Indy. All right, 1-15. But this gives me a storyline, because I'm always looking for material on a Sunday. We'll be tracking this all the way till December 1st as we're on the death watch for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And do not call me at 855-323-4622 and tell me it's TiVo time. I know that call is coming, and we have great coverage, a myriad of good affiliates in the Sunshine State. I don't want to have that conversation. Now, you could frame it in terms of, well, they got nothing to lose. That's fine, and maybe they'll sell a couple tickets, but TiVo is not the answer. Although it would be more grease on the fire and fun to watch from afar. Brian Weber with you on this busy Sunday. You can tweet at me during the breaks. BW Weber coming up. We're going to log on to the World Wide Weber. We have playoff baseball underway as the postseason continues. In St. Louis, Pittsburgh, no score, top of the first. It's raucous in the Steel City. They're on their feet, enjoying every pitch as the Buccos are back in the postseason for the first time since 1992. Coming up in about 20 minutes, we'll talk playoff baseball with Steve Goldman, MLB editor for SB Nation, as we continue the Brian Weber Show, NBC Sports Radio, NBCSportsRadio.com.
Just more next on NBC Sports Radio, because we come to play. The Big Show with Gordon Monson and Spence Checkets. Weekday afternoons from 3 to 7 on 97.5, 1280. The Zone and the Zone Sports Network.
Hauling, aerating, off-roading. Sounds like John Deere's kind of fall. It's time to gear up. Right now, get $700
32 East, 3900 South starts the week off right with Habits Hold'em and Monday Night Football, plus $10 T-bone steaks. Tuesday is ladies' night. Need we say more? Habits. Sunday, Wednesday is all 80s. The party is on. Where were you in the 80s? Thursday Night Football on massive screens, followed by Gilman Mike karaoke. Let the weekend begin. Friday fashion show lunch from 12:30 to 1:30 with weekly lunch specials for real men. Friday and Saturday night features non-stop fun with DJ Scotty and top 40 video mixes. Habits every night of the week. Close the week with Sunday football